Alright, so last time I covered how to make one of these. This is called a Taketaba, or just a bamboo bundle. It is a bone conditioning tool. So you hit yourself. I like these because they spread out the impact. And then as you're healing, your bones will calcify. It'll spread out more calcium, so your bones become denser. This is how this tool works. A lot of people think, well, how do I up the ante? If I've been training with this for a while and I want to upgrade, what do I do? So a lot of people will just assume that you get a harder implement. This is unadvisable, okay? The problem with something like this hitting yourself is that where this spreads out the impact, this is a very concentrated impact and it's harder to condition the entire bone, which leads to things like bumps in your bone. You just have a bump where you have more calcium buildup, or a divot in the bone where you've broken it down too much and it hasn't recovered yet. So I wouldn't advise something like this. One thing I can advise is the use of dit.jiao or herbal liniments. So I was very skeptical about these at first, but I've tested them. I've used quite a bit of it. And I found that with this particular recipe, I heal 3 times faster. Where do you get these? Well, you can go to a Chinese apothecary. They will usually have a standard recipe that they'll hand out to just homeowners, to martial artists, to things like that. You can go to specialty makers like Plum Dragon or Dale Dugas. But in general, it is often considered rude to ask, what's your recipe? What's your recipe? What do I put in this? I don't know. I don't know what's in this. I don't really care, right? This is something I got from an apothecary. This was their week recipe, so it helps me heal about 3 times faster. This was their stronger recipe, and as you can see, I made it in 2015, and it has yet to be opened. So usually, depending on your recipe, you want it to steep for 6 months to a year. So this is another one that I haven't really used. These are made with herbs and vodka. This was made with herbs and Everclear, which is almost 100% alcohol. You don't want to expose this to a lot of light, so we use things like amber bottles, and this one even has a dropper to make it easier. So you can use this to help promote the healing process, or you can move on to something called a Taketaba. So this is a bamboo bundle, this is a steel bundle or iron bundle. Again, it works well by dispersing the impact, helping it where it's easier to condition the entire bone and you don't end up with weird bumps or dents in your bone. So this is usually where you go to after training with a Taketaba for 6 months to a year. You go to something like this, which has quite a bit more heft, therefore more impact. And then the reason we add these is so that you can slide this up and it disperses less, but it's still better than using something like this, which is just like a fine point, okay? So that's my discussion on impact training or Taiten Rin, tools you can use, including different impact tools, healing tools. I hope that's helpful. Again, don't ask me for my recipes. Either look up a Chinese apothecary near you, Plum Dragon or Dale Dugas, and you should be good to go.